Hello to my Aquarius. You all asked for a bonus video, and I don't mind giving you one. Let's get into it. All right, bonus. All right, you all have a video over on the Patreon side closing out this cycle. So go check it out if you want to. If you're over on the Patreon side, we got more videos coming out getting you ready for the next full moon phase. But we got enough going on right now. But this is a bonus video. So thank you all for whoever asked for the bonus video. But this is a bonus video, so let's get into it. Let's get into it, Aquarius. The moon is in Sagittarius. So the moon is in Sagittarius just for the next 7 days. So you may be watching this video on Thursday, March 20th. All of these videos are timeless. The only reason I'm bringing up moon phases is because you all asked. So I'm teaching while I'm reading the cards. Sagittarius rules 9th house. 9th house is about higher education, philosophy, law, religion, travel, ethics, and morals, personal beliefs, and also spiritual beliefs. Aquarius, you all rule 11th house. That's a house of friendships, community, goals, hopes, wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, technology, the future. So while you're looking, towards your own future, you want to make sure you don't forget about the call on your life. That's 10th house, North Node. That's your 10th house. So don't forget about the calling on your life. Right now, at the time of filming, 2 planets are retrograde, Venus and Mercury. Venus is the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. And Taurus is ruled by Venus, and so is Libra. So Taurus rules 2nd house, and that's the house of personal resources, money, habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, income. Slow down in those areas. Also, Libra rules 7th house. It's a house of marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, and enemies, even the hidden enemies. Slow down in those areas. Mercury, the communication and messenger planet, also the planet of knowledge and learning. Slow down in those areas. Mercury rules Gemini. Gemini rules 3rd house. That's the house of early education, intelligence, sibling interactions, logic, reason, communication skills, short trips, hobbies. Slow down in those areas since those planets are retrograde. And it also rules Virgo. We just had a full moon in Virgo with blood moon in Virgo. Virgo rules 6th house. That's the house of health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, and spiritual practices. Slow down in those areas, Aquarius. Please slow down in those areas. Planets don't move backwards. They don't move at a slower pace. If you are racing, you will miss it. You will miss it. You should be, I'm telling you, when planets go retrograde, that is really an opportune time to really slow down and learn and pay attention. I know you all are incredibly smart sign, and I know you love learning. Perfect time to learn about these things. You got 24 hours in a day. Some people get 8 hours of rest. That will leave you 16 hours? You can take some time out of your schedule. You got a cell phone with a calendar on it. Most people do. Discipline yourself. You all are ruled by Saturn. That's a very disciplined planet. Discipline yourselves. Discipline yourselves. Say, okay, I'm going to take a chunk of time out of my day to sit down and learn something, right? To increase my spiritual knowledge. I'm going to take some time to learn what my purpose is in life, somehow tie it into my job so I can be more fulfilling in what I'm doing. Or if I'm not working, I'm going to learn what my purpose is. And I do have an entire North Node playlist for your birth chart. You don't need your time of birth. It only takes 5 minutes. You don't need your time of birth. Find out what your North Node is. Let's get into it. All right, let's get it. Set the tone for your day. Ooh, today is a gift. That's right. Today is a gift. That's right. Speak it into existence. Every day is a gift. Today is a gift. That's right. You are breathing. You're above dirt. Today is a gift. Let's pull a number. It's signs and numbers. You talking about looking for a sign. There's a sign in colors. There's a sign in numbers. We are of free will. And so if you get up and you set your intentions, we have intention t-shirts that we have for years. So I will attach that to, you'll see the attachment under the videos. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can go to my website, QueenAmunRa.com. We also have burning bowls, right? So for those past 2 days, if you're coming out of a karmic cycle, finally, you can toss some things into a burning bowl. You can reach out to me directly for the burning bowl, 202-460-3205 for the burning bowl. But everything else, you can go to the website. We also have candles on the website. You can look at the shop for the website. We got a lot of things in the shop, so go check it out. 955, romantic relationships. So reconfigure your loving connection. So you are being asked to change up the way you're doing things in romance. Okay. So whether you are single or in a relationship, your angels would like you to take today to reflect and reconfigure how you go about connecting with others. So give yourself a hug right now, Aquarius, and feel the love that you have within abundantly flow throughout your body and soul. Nice. So 9 lets me know that someone's in hermit mode. Yeah, 9. Right? This is inner wisdom. Hermit card connects us with inner wisdom and the teacher. So the teacher would be Source, the creator inside of you, right? So Source is telling you that you are good enough. You are good enough, right? You are worthy of love, right? And Source is love. The creator is love, right? And so you may have had 2 relationships in your life that may have treated you like you were just a money bag, right? They may have just treated you like you were a cash cow or you were just a money bag. They may have treated you like they really loved you until they felt like the money ran out, or that you were not, they may have devalued you when they couldn't get anything from you of value, like you couldn't pay their bills. I'm talking to men and women, right? But Source is saying today is a gift. You are valued, you are loved. And I'm saying that because of the 5-5. That's materialistic. You could have been in a relationship with 2 very materialistic energies who just go around using energy. So Source is saying to you, today is a gift. Hug yourself, reconfigure your loving connections, and recognize that you are money, but so are other energies. Remember, money is energy, right? Everything is energy, right? So let's get into it. And so really these 2 energies, whoever these 2 energies were, did not know their worth and their value. So that's how they just treat people in general. So, right? So whoever these energies were, that's how they treat. It doesn't matter how many degrees people have. It doesn't matter what some people look like on the outside. When they don't know their worth and their value, that's how they treat other people. It's literally like the 5 of Pentacles. They don't know their worth and their value, so they want to be a part. They pick-me spirits. Somebody could have dealt with 2 pick-me spirits who just want to be a part of something, and that's how they treat other people. Their worth lies in title, positions, the physical of what they have, and that's how they treat other people. They feel worthless, so they go around trying to make everybody else feel worthless. So Source is saying to you, you have to know your worth and know your value. So Source may have put you in hermit mode to remind you of your worth and your value. So today is a gift. Today is a gift, and that's what you're putting out into the universe. So yeah, so somebody may have a romantic relationship coming your way. Yeah, you are a star. There you go, you are a star. And so again, this speaks to your future. This speaks to your future. There's renewal, hope, inner clarity, faith, rejuvenation. So you may find that a lot of energies are attracted to your energy. Just because you've been in hermit mode and you've been feeling rejuvenated, a lot of energies may be attracted to you now. But again, because you've come out of a karmic cycle. Yeah, you come out of a karmic cycle. So like I said before, we had on Tuesday and Wednesday, the moon was in Scorpio, right? And we're not talking about any Scorpios that you know. You can have Scorpio in your birth chart. So when I talk about zodiac signs, I'm talking about what you have in your birth chart. So we're crystal clear. Scorpio rules 8th house, and that's renewal, sexuality, death, transformation. So you could have gone through a very powerful transformation of maybe feeling judged by energies in the past. So you could have gone through a very powerful transformation. Sometimes it takes a conversation with somebody of just reminding you of your worth and your value. For real, that's all it takes. Sometimes is just having a conversation with energies that remind you of your worth and your value. Of just reminding you that you're a star. Of knowing your worth and your value. Right? Here we have the Knight of Cups here, so to help you to save yourself. So somebody could have love coming across their path, right? But again, it's not because you're looking for someone to save you. It's because you've learned how to save yourself, right? Here we have the Hermit card in Hermit mode. You've learned how to save yourself in Hermit mode, right? Yeah. So somebody could be starting to come out of Hermit mode, right? So here we have the Ace of Cups. Some kind of a proposal could be coming across your path. New feelings, marriage, spirituality, intuition. It's something about you protecting your emotions, like really protecting yourself, which makes you very, very attractive to so many people. People don't kind of, so it's like that person that people kind of sort of see you around every now and then, but they don't see you everywhere. Aquarius, I'm talking to men and women. Like people be like, oh, you where? No, nobody. We never really see you out. That person. We don't really know. It's like the new person around. Like, oh, okay, we don't really see you around. People are inquiring about the new person, you, Aquarius. Right. So here we have the Five of Swords. And so somebody sees you as competition. Lord have mercy. So you could have some energies. Okay. So you could have some other energies who see you as competition. Okay. So there could be some bullies around you that see you as competition. They could, in their mind, they could be trying to win at all cost. Who knows? I mean, you may be totally oblivious to it. They could be trying to win at all costs. You may not even, while people are looking, and just be mindful of that too. Be very sensitive and be mindful of all of that. So what I'm saying here, like for instance, you could be at a group setting. Let's say for instance, you're new to a job or new to a group or whatever, and people are looking. They're paying attention. You could at first be totally oblivious to it. But pay attention to the stares, the eye rolls, because people could think that you are, everything has a scent to it. Everything has a scent to it. It's a vibration. Your auric layer. You move from your heart chakra. So even you giving off the scent of forgiveness, love, making a connection, equanimity, all of that gives off it's an auric layer that you give off. A feeling, you could have a feeling that you are your sacral chakra is balanced out. So remember, sacral chakra is a lower, right? And so you could be operating in a higher chakra, right? And so if you're dealing with energies who have that sort of save me kind of energy, and you don't have that save me kind of energy, you have that more of an independent kind of, you're operating in your purpose and you're, kind of independent kind of energy. It could give somebody who sees that as opposition, almost like in their mind they think it's a challenge, and it's really not. You're not challenging anybody, so that's not the kind of energy you're trying to give off. Like I said before, as far as you're concerned, you're just staying away from that, right? So in that regard, your third eye should be open. Your third eye should be open, Aquarius. Looking at your cards here, by now your third eye should be open, especially since you dealt with some exes in the past. You've dealt with some energies in the past. Let me see. Yeah, you've dealt with some energies in the past. where you may have been totally oblivious to that, but now in hermit mode, you got a chance to see it up close and personal. Like, oh wow, you just, like I said in the past, you weren't even paying attention to it. You may not have been paying attention to it. Because like I said, I can think of your sign and a couple of other signs off the top of my head that are pretty independent zodiac signs. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at so there's definitely been some energies who have assassinated your character behind your back. But here we have, like I said, we have a new project coming somebody's way. So we got the Ace of Cups and we have the Ace of Wands here. Um, like I said, it could be a new romance brewing for somebody. We have let me see. You got this new coming across your path. Yeah. Yeah. New love coming across somebody's path, maybe a new job, new project, new something. You got a lot of new coming across your path. And like I said, a lot of it just has to do with, and I don't know who this is for, but take however it resonates with you. But you've definitely closed out energies with two energies who assassinated your character. Let me say two types of energies. It's not always two. It could be two people, two places, two things, or two types of people, two types of people. I mean, two types of people, places, or things. When I say types, it could be attached to multiple people, places, or things. So we're crystal clear. While you were in hermit mode, people, places, and things. Right. So here we have Page of Wands here. So you're getting a message. You got a message of some shade that was going on. You're gonna be getting a message of some shade that was being said. Somebody's bringing a message to you. I don't know that you'd be too concerned with gossip though. Yeah, I don't know that you'd be too concerned with gossip. I don't think that you're on that particular frequency of gossip. I think it'd be more of just like, you would rather somebody pray for you than bring gossip to you, because that'd be almost like praying on you versus praying for you. I think gossip would be more like, can somebody pray for you versus because that just take up too much of your, especially as because of you all are fixed signs, you get fixated on overthinking something. So I think for you, where you are now, it'd just be too much overthinking. Let's see. Here we have Judgment. So, yeah, there we have the Judgment card. Like somebody has just been fixated on you. Here we have clarity, awakening, reflection, your purpose, reckoning. Yeah. The Judgment card, like I said, this is a obsession. Somebody has just been just obsessed with nitpicking and just basically like kind of picking you apart. Like really just kind of, like criticizing every little thing that you're doing, assassinating your character, like literally trying to find something wrong with you, as if you're supposed to be this perfect porcelain doll, whether you're a man or woman. Like you're supposed to be this perfect energy, right? But again, today is a gift. So today is a gift. There is no such thing as a perfect human being, but somebody was definitely trying to pick you apart. So, but like I said, clarity, awakening, reflection on your purpose. Everybody has purpose here on planet Earth, right? But yeah, so here we have the Tower card. So, but it was definitely a karmic energy. Yeah, who put a lot of energy into judging you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. A lot of energy into judging you. Two karmics. Somebody has succumbed to passive and powerless behavior, and someone was egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. Yep. Basically, somebody was basically saying you needed somebody to save you from something. I don't know if somebody was saying you needed saving from yourself, but it was just a total character assassination, and who knows? Anyway, who knows? Let's keep it high vibrational. Let's keep it high vibrational. Let's see what else has got going on. Here we have Hangman. So you sacrificed a lot in your life to dream big. You sacrifice a lot in your life to dream big. So you have a lot of wisdom here looking at your cards here. I feel like you'll be getting a unique perspective. But you know, as far as you're concerned, Aquarius, looking at your cards here, you all the being ruled by Uranus, which is an outer planet. This is why a lot of zodiac signs that are ruled by outer planets are misunderstood anyway, because it's generational. It takes a minute for people to understand signs that are ruled by outer planets. A minute to understand because you're ruled by generational planets. They outer planets. They seem like they just have this outer way of thinking, so people misunderstand it. So if people would study planets, you know, sometimes it'll make sense, sometimes it won't make sense, who knows. But anyway, a lot of energies were judging your star, your purpose, you know, your futuristic innovative way of thinking. And so social saying you actually want to you know, I said, so you were, like I said, you were being judged by your looks like your past, like being hung out to dry for your past romantic relationships, specifically about two energies in particular who saw you as looks like it's like two energies who were actually jealous of you. This is the two energies who were jealous of you, to be crystal clear. Harshly judged you. They hung you out to dry. I mean, there's no other way to say it. They completely assassinated your character behind your back. Got as many people involved as possible. So, but today is a gift. Today is a gift, Aquarius. Yeah, like I said, Hangman twice. Completely hung you out to dry. Because they could not empty you, they could not hang you upside down and empty out your pockets. I don't know if y'all are rich or what's going on. So whoever these energies are, so you're getting a message. You're getting a message of some energies were very shady, you know. But here we have Owl, right? So here's the King of Swords here. So you'll be getting some kind of clarity. But something is, like I said, some energies are moving on. Like I said, today is a gift. Keep your vibrations high. Looking at your cards here, you saved yourself. Just by protecting your water, by creating something and protecting your water. And moving on. What I'm picking up, the energy I'm picking up here, Aquarius, is that somebody may have been completely and totally oblivious. I mean, that's what I'm picking up here. Yeah, somebody could have been completely and totally oblivious to something. Yeah, completely oblivious to something. Here we have the King of Cups here. Because somebody in all of this is very, very cold-hearted. Very cold-hearted. And, I feel like somebody may have really believed that somebody had a deep love for somebody. That's what I feel like. I feel like you may have felt that somebody loved you as deep as you loved them. Whoever this, I don't know if it was a man or woman. I'm talking to men, women, Aquarius, right? Whoever you are. I feel like you may have thought that they loved you as deep as you loved them. But that wasn't the case. They were definitely on an assignment. They were on an assignment from Satan, for real. And so Source is saying, you were definitely protected. When we see the Tower card, you were divinely protected. But it brought you to a new level of emotional security, emotional protection. Emotional maturity is what I'm seeing here, as to really start paying attention, of pouring into yourself. Source is bringing you to a softer life, of learning how important your moon sign, I say this all the time, your moon sign is just as important as your sun sign. Find out what your moon sign is. Pour into yourself. Just like you be getting rest, pour into you. You going into hermit mode saved your life. Somehow you I don't know what pushed you into hermit mode. Something pushed you into hermit mode. For some of you all, losing a job could have saved your life. Somebody breaking up with you could have saved your life. You couldn't see it in hindsight. You see it now. I mean, uh, stubbing your toe on the side of the bed or getting a surgery could have saved your life. Something. But in hindsight, something, you're going to see it now in hindsight. Somebody breaking up with you. I mean, something happened. But you're going to see it now that something pushed you in the hermit mode, you know, to give you, to gain some clarity on something. But yeah, somebody was definitely on an assignment. They were definitely on some kind of an assignment to end you, to make you have a serious tower moment. But somebody had a God complex. Here we have the Ace of Swords here, Aquarius. Ace of Swords here. And this is right here. You're going back down the staircase of your mind to remember. You're going to have a total recall. That's the Tower card. This is Mars. You're going to have a total recall. So yeah, so as you reconfigure your loving connections, and I say this all the time, Aquarius, you all love deep and you love hard. And you're a fixed sign, so once you get fixated on leaving something behind, you're done, you're gone. But once an energy gets fixated on they're not done with you, it's their way or the highway, and death is involved. Death comes in many different forms. Somebody was obsessed with causing you a tower moment and you couldn't see it. So you learn how to save yourself. Like I said, something happened with you going in by something, you know, two energies were trying to sacrifice you and somebody else. And you were on top of it. You were right on top of it. This is why I always talk about staying high vibrational, Aquarius. Remain high vibrational. Stop getting distracted by people being negative towards you, being shady and mean-spirited towards you. People being shady towards you. That is a setup from the devil. That's a distraction. Learn how, even when people being shady towards you, learn how to say thank you for the compliment and keep it moving. Thank you for the compliment. Keep it moving. Read some of the comments under my videos. People being mean-spirited. Thank you for the compliment. Keep it moving. You got expansion on the horizon. See how this person has one foot firmly planted and they're about to take a leap of faith. This is you right here. When it's people being shady towards you, they bored, lack of direction, procrastinating, being immature. Sources like, thank you for the compliment. Keep it moving. Let source handle it. Let source handle it. No weapon formed against you. That's how you saving yourself. Emotional maturity. Emotional maturity. You're not standing there getting into arguments with people. None of that. This right here rules 7th house. 7th house is about marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, enemies, whether they're covert or overt enemies. Sources saying to you, it will expose the enemy within them, not you. Unless you're giving it it'll let you know immediately something they said or did bothers you. Sources say no. Thank you for the compliment. Move on. Or just no air. None whatsoever. Giving no air. Libra is an air sign. I'm going to talk about any Libras that you know, but it's an air sign. Something exposed, too vain, vengeful, and green with envy spirits. Give it no air whatsoever. I see your money growing. I see your money growing. Yep. So I see you being successful. See you being very successful. See you being very happy, and I see you being very successful. And free. I see somebody traveling. I see you traveling. I see you, the window of opportunities coming your way are going to be amazing. Here we have the Hermit card. I see that you and someone are good enough, that you all are You're receiving downloads and messages directly from the master teacher, who is source. So, you are good enough to be in very healthy relationships. And but when you're in relationships with energies that are Knight of Cups in reverse, very jealous, envious spirits who has convinced you, Aquarius, that they're saving you from something when really they're looking for you to save them from something in the material world. Maybe they got bills, hidden bills or something that you're not even aware of, or hidden something that you're not even aware of. Where's the sun illuminates the moon? That's what this is. You were dealing with some energies that had something hidden. They didn't even tell you what something was going on. Maybe they had kids or something that they didn't tell you they had kids. Something they was hiding from you that you would have ended up paying for. Who knows what they had that you would have ended up paying for? Maybe they had diseases, kids. Who knows what they had that you would have ended up paying for? The source had to create some kind of situation to literally shove you or push you into hermit mode. And you worried about somebody seeing you as competition. Raise your frequency. Learn how to thank people for their shade. Thank you for the compliment, and go on about your life. Go on about your business. Here we have the Ten of Cups. I see you in a very harmonious relationship, whether it's a job. I see you in harmony and peace, where your inner child feels safe and protected. And I see you grateful that the past is behind you. So something is a win for you. And something is over. You're on the rebirth side. In other words, you're on the rebirth side. Continue to remain around high vibrational people, Aquarius. Stop getting into these petty arguments with your neighbors, with the dog down the street, with the cat down the street, with the goldfish in the bowl. Stop getting into these petty, low vibrational arguments with people. Just stop yourselves. Get around some high vibrational people. Wake up, set an intention. Today is a gift. Read a book. Do something. Fill your brains up with something positive. Listen to some high vibrational stuff. Get from around people whose their misery who loves company. People who just rejoice over some miserable news. They love hearing negative stuff. All they do is sit around and just watch negativity. They just love, they clapping and cheering over some misery that's going on in somebody's life. The shade. They love shady mess. So it's like, get from around those energies. So if somebody does have new and exuberant love coming across your path, something is going to feel very much like home for you. Somebody could, there's a lot of expansion happening here. You and somebody are free. There's a lot of expansion happening here. In your life, you learn how to save yourself. You're creating something new. I mean, just happiness. Looking at your cards here. I see your money growing. Like I said, a lot of expansion here. It's some energies that you're no longer talking to. There's three energies. Well, there's several energies you're no longer talking to. These familiar spirits. Yeah, like I said. Yeah, you and somebody are creating something. Creating something that you're protecting. Something sacred that you're protecting. It could be you and your kids. Maybe y'all creating something sacred and protected. But Source is making something very clear to you. You and somebody's money are growing. Stop talking about what you're creating. Stop talking to people that see you as competition. These familiar spirits who are talking about who see you as competition. They're trying to get familiar real fast with what you're doing. What you're trying to create. Just nosy, trying to get too familiar too fast. So what you're saying, yeah. You report up to Source. The light turned on for you while you were in hermit mode. The light turned on for you and 2 other people while you were in hermit mode. So learn how to move on quietly. Take a page out of people's books who also have learned how to quietly just move on. Take a page out of people's books who just learn how to quietly transition. And they too have been talked about. Their characters have been assassinated behind their backs. And people have talked about them behind their back. So it's just like when they sit talking to you about somebody behind their back, so it's just like that's your key right there. You hearing somebody talking about somebody behind their back, that's your key, right? I don't care what your situation is. They sitting there like, oh, it makes you feel uncomfortable. So it's like, yeah, oh, you know what? I got something else to do. First of all, change the conversation to something high vibrational. You take control. You steer the boat. See how this person had these oars right here? You take the oars and steer the boat to something high vibrational. Help them out. Here we have the ace right here. You got money coming across your path. And this is big money coming across your path. Yeah. So again, I definitely feel like somebody's going to, in a group, you and somebody are in a group, that you're going to be grateful that you're in a group of energies who are, like I said, just very high vibrational, just amongst this high vibrational energies, whether it's a job that you're in, where your third eye is wide open, where you first thought, okay, you couldn't see it at first, but again, very high vibrational, balanced out. But somebody was just looking with their natural eyes. But so you're going to have to stop looking at things through your natural lens and learn how to recognize that somebody definitely comes from a group of a family of psychics. You come from a group of family of psychics. And when I say psychics, I'm talking about like people who really know that they have gifts. When I say psychics, I'm not talking about anything spooky, strange, weird, none of those things. People who have downloads and dreams and take the time to not go race out the house. Oh my God, I had a dream. What does this mean? What does that mean? Sounding paranoid. People who are sitting down and just writing things down in their journal, like adding some structure to it. Writing it down in your journal. Okay, so show me, okay, what did I have this? I had a dream about this. Okay, show me some physical evidence of some things before I, was it about me? Was it about a friend? Was it about this person, that person? Adding some structure to it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so a new romantic cycle begins. So congratulations to somebody. I feel like somebody may be getting married too. Somebody may be getting married too. So that, it brings us back to romantic relationships. So here we have inner child. So allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to his deepest needs and feelings, and through offering even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. Yeah. Somebody could, whenever I see the judgment card here, the judgment card is something generational kind of in your family though. I feel like somebody's going to be looking at marriage differently, the sanctity of marriage. Somebody's going to be looking at it differently. Like you're going to restructure. This is a cycle that you're breaking. Somebody's going to slow down and take a real serious look at marriage, the way you look at marriage in your family. This is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to be starting. You're going to slow down and take a hard look at not criticizing other people's marriages. So we're crystal clear, Aquarius, but yours, how you see it. Here we have Wheel of Fortune. So it's a turning point for you. Good fortune here. I see somebody getting married, but you're going to really sit down and really look at it through your lens. You're not going to care about who's judging what. I don't know if somebody's been married, never been married 12 times. I don't know. That's none of my business. I'm not judging. I don't care. My point is, this is generational here. You're not looking for somebody to save you. You don't care if somebody's lied and said you was looking for somebody to save you. Source is saying to you there was two energies in your life who really needed you to save them from something from their past, some kind of painful past. And when they realized you couldn't save them because you're not their God, they went completely, they wanted to destroy you. Completely destroy you, Aquarius. And when you really sit yourselves down and think about who they are, you're going to gain so much clarity. When I tell you, you're going to have a tower moment at a complete awakening, like a bolt of lightning struck you. For some reason, I think you all know who they are. It's going to be a serious awakening for you all. These energies literally try to destroy you all, but it's going to also change it. It's going to really, really wake you up to just kind of like, it's a breakthrough for you all. For somebody who wants to really be married, maybe really want to settle down with the right person. Really want to settle down with the right person. Because you don't want to deny yourself of being in a healthy relationship, with someone. But I feel like some of you all may have just completely turned yourselves off, because I feel like you may have really loved somebody. You may have really, really loved somebody who it may have caught you off guard. But don't let that energy win. Don't let that energy win. Or these two, it could have been two energies. Don't let those energies win. So here we have express your creative self. So here we have home base, change your environment. So somebody could be moving. Here we have wisdom, use your best judgment. Here we have, so money is coming across your path. This is somebody taking a vacation. And here we have power, you're taking your power back. Fruits of your labor, a lot of money coming across your path, a brand new beginning. Some kind of a surprise is coming across your path. Somebody can be celebrating something. Somebody's very authoritative and independent. You got a lot of choices here. We have sweet success here. You're a perfect fit for wherever you are. You have social status here. We also have fertility here. So it's successful. Looks like somebody, the scales from your eyes are removed about something. Wellness. So I see somebody working out. You got a lot of bright ideas, Aquarius. You got a lot of opportunities coming across your path, and they're coming in fast, right? So you got a helping hand coming your way. So you're moving up to the next level. You got a guardian angel, duality here. Like flexibility. You have the gift of foresight, savings coming. Somebody's a light worker. Something has just been exhausting for you. I see a lot of wealth coming your way, because you certainly have a wealth of spiritual gifts. A lot of spiritual gifts I'm seeing for you. But yeah, I feel like, just for some people, just finding the right love has been, the right person may have been exhausting, for you. And it could be just, like I said, generational, just like generationally, as far as, maybe what you've seen, just in your family. Just like, get married, stay married for some of you all. And it just may not have just been the right, who knows? I don't know. I'm just reading the cards. So take what resonates with you. But I do feel like today is a gift for somebody. I do see somebody settling down, possibly getting married. But you could have had two situations that were just karmics. And just could have been made you feel literally sick to your stomach. Literally sick to your stomach. And could have cost you a lot. So that's what I see for you all. So congratulations to you all. Like I said, we see, you got, you're on top of things. And, you're on top of some things. You got a good, so this is what I'm saying for you all. So hopefully this is helpful. I know this is a pretty lengthy video for somebody, but you have a new romantic cycle beginning for you all. And so it's balancing things out for you. So clear your energy field, your auric layer. Clear your energy field. So this person has a big old piece of sage here. Yeah, big old piece of sage here. So that's what I have for you all. Like I said, bonus video. Thanks for requesting a bonus video. So like I said, we got information over on the Patreon side. We got a second channel there. This channel here. That's the information, Aquarius. There you go. All right, bye.